Installing rubber tracks on an excavator can be done in less than half an hour if you are experienced. If this is your first time, it may take longer depending upon your mechanical skill level. Following correct procedures is crucial, as is acquainting yourself with your newly shipped tracks. Use caution and wear hand and eye protection at all times. Read the entire installation and maintenance manual for your machine before beginning, and keep it handy for reference as you work through the process. If you do not own the manual for your machine, contact your MWE salesman, as we carry many of these manuals. First, make sufficient room for fitting and installing the tracks, making sure that you also have room to safely remove the old tracks. To begin removing the old tracks, you need to loosen the tension of the crawler track. Open the access cover in the undercarriage for your grease valve, and open the grease fitting using a wrench or socket. Slowly loosen the grease valve until grease begins to come out of the weep hole. You do not want to completely remove the grease fitting, as this can cause contamination. It may also cause the seals to fail. Once you have the valve loose, pick the machine up, starting first with the dozer blade going down, then use the boom to pick up the rest of the machine. The front idler should now retract, and the track will lower itself. If the idler does not retract, you may need to loosen the grease valve further. In order to reduce the tension even more, place a block of wood between the track and the rear sprocket and slowly rotate the sprocket in reverse. As the block of wood goes around the sprocket, it will tighten the rubber track and compress the idler. You have now released the tension on the rubber track enough to remove it. Be sure to remove the wooden block before moving ahead. Pull off the track at the idler end first, sliding it away from the machine. You can use a pry bar or a chain to assist you in pulling off the track, but be careful to avoid damaging the undercarriage rollers. Once the track has been removed from the idler end, you can easily lift it off of the sprocket. Now remove the track from your working area. At this time, inspect the idlers, sprockets, and rollers for wear. Check your machine's manual for guidelines on how to judge wear and when components need to be replaced. Now, to install the new rubber track, we reverse the process. You start off by installing the new track over the sprocket. Slide the track towards the machine, then lift and place the track over the sprocket. Rotate the sprocket slowly in reverse to assist you in the final fitment of the track, being sure to keep your hands clear of the undercarriage. You may use a pry bar again to assist you in placing the track over the idler. Once the track seems to be on track, you will need to tighten your idler. Slowly tighten your grease valve back into place and fill the grease fitting until the rubber track hangs 1 to 2 inches below the middle lower roller to ensure proper tension. Start the machine now and slowly run the track forward and in reverse to ensure it is seated properly. Reinstall the grease fitting access cover, remove any jack stands that may have been used, lower the machine first with the dozer blade and then with the boom, and carefully test at low speed that the new track functions properly. You have successfully changed your rubber tracks on your machine and can now return to work.